I think that was good enough. You guys have a good afternoon. I appreciate you! Thank you, Nicole. Thank you. From Minnesota to Palestine! Minnesota to Palestine! Resistance is justified! Resistance is justified! From Minnesota to Palestine! From Minnesota to Palestine! Resistance is justified! Resistance is justified! From Turtle Island to Palestine! From Turtle Island to Palestine! Resistance is justified! Resistance is justified! From Turtle Island to Palestine! From Turtle Island to Palestine! Resistance is justified! Resistance is justified! Thank you guys. Woo. I'm going to announce someone that's going to announce our next couple of speakers. I'm announcing Esther from Flags SJP. Can y'all give a hand for Esther?
Hi, I'm just here to introduce Joy, a graduate student of Arab Literatures, also from Flags JP. Joy, stop the scholasticide. We are here to protest the scholasticide that is happening in Gaza. Since October, Israel has bombed every single university in Gaza. Shame! The Islamic University of Gaza bombed. Al-Azhar University bombed. Al-Quds Open University bombed. University College of Applied Sciences bombed. University of Palestine bombed. Al-Isra University bombed. University of Gaza bombed. Al-Aqsa University bombed. Palestine Technical College bombed. Palestine College of Nursing bombed. Arab College of Applied Sciences bombed. 90,000 students in Gaza have been deprived of receiving their university education. 2,327 students only until March have been killed. 7,819 have been injured. Shame! Shame! 3 university presidents and 95 university deans and professors have been killed by Israel. 231 teachers and administrators were killed and 756 have been injured. This is scholasticide. Shame! This is scholasticide. Shame! This not only constitutes a grave breach of international humanitarian law and a war crime under the ICC, but also falls under the purview of genocide. Shame! The active erasure of Palestine from allowable discourse at the U is directly related to the destruction of Gaza's educational infrastructure, assaults on universities in Gaza and the West Bank, as well as serious harassment and attacks on senior faculty and students supporting Palestine under the Israeli and U.S. university systems. Shame on the U! Shame! From the river to the sea! From the river to the sea! Palestine will be free! Palestine will be free! From the river to the sea! From the river to the sea! Palestine will be free! Palestine will be free! Thank you all for being here. Thank you. You just heard about scholasticide and genocide. How can we not protest? Next up, we'll hear from President Max Bass.
Good afternoon, everyone, and thanks for being out. My name is Max Bass. I'm the president of AFSCME 3800, which represents clerical, technical, and healthcare workers at the University of Minnesota. Immediately before I walked over here from Pike Hall, sent out an email to President Ettinger, the police chief Clark, Ken Horstman, my Bonnie Bang, who's Director of Labor Relations, and the Board of Regents, to call on them to stop their fucking bullshit, stop funding immediately release and drop charges against the 8 students and 1 ASME member who were arrested this morning. We know that this university has a long history of hating activists and oppressing movements on campus. They've repressed activism that has tried to preserve ethnic studies programs on campus since the 70s, 80s, and today. They've repressed activism to remove the racist names from buildings on this campus. They've repressed activism to enact calls for land back and to reverse the harm of the land grant system. They've repressed activism calling for an end to apartheid South Africa. They've also always repressed union activism on this campus. And today they continue, as we saw, to repress the activism for the end of the brutal Israeli military occupation of Palestine. They've arrested students who are standing up for justice. They've arrested an ASME worker who is standing with them. But we know that when institutions like this repress our movements, it's because they're scared of our power. And pressure is profitable. This university has been systematically defunded over the last many decades and has chosen to rely on private equity and things like Israeli war bonds to fund itself. Our tuition doesn't, or your tuition doesn't really pay their salaries, corporate money does. The University of Minnesota has millions of dollars of investments in Israeli and international companies and bonds that profit from the 76-year-long occupation of Palestine. So of course they choose to side with the side that makes them money. The pensions of University of Minnesota workers have over $800 million invested in weapons manufacturers, banks, and bonds that are directly responsible for the genocide of the Palestinian people. So if anybody tries to tell you that this issue is not an issue that we should be caring about in academia or in our activism or in the labor movement, you have to connect it to like the fact that this is our money funding this genocide. Sorry, I didn't actually get told I was speaking today, so I'm pulling together pieces of other speeches. But ultimately, we're calling on the university today to release the arrested, drop all charges against them, including this bullshit ban from campus. How's my member going to do their job if they can't come to campus? We also call on them to meet the demands of the End Divest Coalition, which include disclosure and complete divestment, of course, honoring the call for the Palestinian call for boycott, divestment, and sanctions, which includes academic and cultural boycotts, ending study abroad programs, scholar exchanges, research collaborations, and other academic relationships with militarized Israeli institutions. If you're going to bomb every single Palestinian university, then there's no way you're going to work with Israeli universities. We're also calling them to ban weapons manufacturers and their subsidiaries from hosting workshops and recruiting on campus, as well as protecting the rights of students and workers to organize, to protest, and to speak out against genocide. From the river to the sea! From the river to the sea! Palestine will be free! Palestine will be free! From the sea to the river! From the sea to the river! Palestine will live forever! Palestine will live forever!
Alright, I'm really excited to lead you in this next chant, okay? No justice, no peace! Stop the campus, please! Stop the campus, please! No justice, no peace! No justice, no peace! Stop the campus, please! Stop the campus, please! No justice, no peace! No justice, no peace! Stop the campus, please! Stop the campus, please! Edinger, you can't hide! Edinger, you can't hide! You're supporting genocide!
Next up, we have Professor Nick Estes.
I want to read a letter that the American Indian Studies Department drafted in December of last year. Several legislators within the state have called for the defunding, the firing, and the persecution of American Indian Studies faculty and staff for signing this letter. And sadly, this letter is still relevant months later on the 200th day of this genocide. We, the undersigned faculty and staff of the American Indian and Indigenous Studies in the University of Minnesota, understand our accountability to the peoples, lands, waters, and skies of the Dakota Oyate. We are employed by a land-grab university built from stolen Dakota, Anishinaabe, and Ho-Chunk wealth, land, and blood. Invaded and then claimed by Euro-American settlers, Minnesota has for more than 100 years maligned and demonized Dakota patriots who resisted genocide. Their descendants continue to be denied return or land back. Streets and university halls proudly bear the names of the architects of genocide, while Dakota calls for justice are ignored, silenced, or shuffled into empty gestures of reconciliation, land acknowledgements, and diversity, equity, and inclusion. It is from this place and position of advancing justice for the crimes of genocide in Minnesota that we proclaim unequivocal solidarity with the Palestinian people who presently suffer and resist genocide halfway across the world. And it's this particular sentence that hit genocidal settlers especially hard in their fields. No nation state should exist through the genocide of another people. Particularly when that existence also involves, as it does in Palestine, a longer and ongoing history of colonial and military occupation and apartheid of the other's homelands and peoples. I won't read you the rest of the letter because you can find it online. The majority of the American Indian faculty and staff signed this letter, and we were subsequently targeted by our own colleagues, called all kinds of names, and they put on our heads modern-day scalp bounties. But just as I see all of you here today, I have no fear whatsoever. I will not live in shame for standing against genocide. And we will not live in shame for standing for the right for Palestinian liberation. As my sister said earlier, we are experiencing a scholasticide. Every single university in Gaza has been destroyed in whole or in part. So how can you tell me, as a university administration, that you do not stand in solidarity with the presidents, the deans, the faculty, the staff, the students, the workers of universities that have been killed systematically by bombs, by weapons, and by policies that are backed and funded by the United States government and this university? When they come to intimidate us, to arrest us, to defame us, we have history on our side, and we will remember which side they stood on. Only cowards hide behind guns, weapons, and money. have the gall to tell students and faculty and staff that they're trespassing on a campus university. Only cowards hide behind their titles and so-called academic freedoms to not say anything when their colleagues are being genocided in their name. This is not, you cannot be neutral in a genocide. There are only two sides. There's only two sides to the story of the United States, or excuse me, there's only one side to the story of the United States, and that is indigenous people. That is the story that has to be told. There's only one side of the story that has to be told when there's an active genocide. To side with the other, to side with the perpetrators of that genocide is to be complicit in that genocide. So everything that the students have been doing has moved us as faculty, has moved us as staff to stand in solidarity. Because we're not asking for anything radical. There's this law, there's this convention that's called the UN Prevention and Punishment of the Crime of Genocide. Prevention is the key operative word. What is the University of Minnesota doing to prevent genocide? Not only not nothing, that's a double negative, it is funding that genocide. Knowingly. It is not a radical position to ask this university to adhere to normative international human rights standards and to stand against genocide. So I want to thank all of our courageous students. It's beautiful. The struggle and the resistance is beautiful. It's beautiful to see all the encampments going across all of the United States. But don't let the media get it twisted. This is not about encampments. This is about stopping a genocide. So stay strong, be safe, and God bless you all.
Give it up one more time for Nick Estes. Stop the bombing, stop the lies.
Stop the bombing! Stop the lies!
Systematic genocide.
Systematic genocide!
Stop the bombing, stop the lies.
Stop the bombing! Stop the lies!
Systematic genocide.
Systematic genocide!
Next up, I want to introduce Tahir, who is a grad student at the University of Minnesota from American Muslims in Palestine.
I want everybody here to put their signs up, put their flags up. Let it be known why you're here today. All in one voice. Gaza! Gaza! Gaza!
Gaza! Gaza! Gaza! Gaza! Gaza! Gaza! Gaza! Gaza! Gaza! Gaza! Gaza! Gaza! Gaza! Gaza! Gaza! Gaza!
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I begin in the name of Allah, the compassionate, the merciful. Gaza cried upon the world, asked upon the world, when they said, Ya Ahrar al-Alam, stand up firmly for justice. Stand up now together to end this system of oppression once and for all. Ahrar al-Alam, loosely translated to the free people of the world. Little did Gaza know that on every university campus in this country, the free people of the world would rise up and challenge the system of apartheid. Ya Ahrar al-Alam, free people of the world. In Gaza, everything has been lost. Everything that sustains life has been lost. You've all heard about our universities and our schools in our hospitals, but they've also killed the people that we love. The neighborhood knafa guy and the falafel guy. The neighborhood poet. The neighborhood artist. Everything that sustains life and can maintain life in the future has been killed. That is the nature of the settler colonial project of Zionism known as Israel. And I want to make it very clear to everyone here today. There is no such thing as rehabilitating Zionism. Zionism must be eradicated once and for all. But you know what really bothers Zionists? What really bothers them is that Palestinians continue to have a will to live. Palestinians refuse to despair. Palestinians refuse to sit in quiet servitude to their occupier. Palestinians refuse to be docile victims. Palestinians will rise up and have been rising up. But what really bothers Zionists is what Palestinians do to the world. Because Palestinians have awakened the world in a way that hasn't been done before. On campuses across the country, on streets across the world, people have been rising up, challenging this global order. And we won't stop till we get what we want. The university this morning stuck a highly militarized police force on an innocent, peaceful encampment. Instead of leaving and opening the space for students to express themselves, to demand that we abide by the so-called values that this university purports to believe in. They decided that instead of honoring the students who are waking up the conscience of the campus community, that they will imprison them instead. How should we respond to such university? How should we accept such madness when Zionists are on campuses openly calling for the National Guard to come and quell the rebellion? We know what happened last time the National Guard came on campus to quell the rebellion. We know what happened at Kent State. And if the university seeks to make us the enemy, then we will be an enemy for sure. By default, as it stands right now, this university has invested millions of dollars in companies that profit from the suffering of my people and my family in Gaza. We are not in a neutral position as a university. We are not peaceful passers-by or observers. We are complicit. Every dollar spent on campus here in these restaurants, every dollar spent in the administration building, every effort, every investment made, a portion of that goes to the suffering of the Palestinian people. We will not accept anything less than a full and complete divestment from companies profiting from this occupation. There are some who believe that this movement will fizzle out. There are some who believe that after next week's finals week, that people will stop coming out. There are some who believe that this is a passing moment. The irony is that in 15 years, this university will be using this picture on their recruitment pamphlets to bring more students to the struggle. But we will not make it easy for them. Our faces and our bodies are not to be used. We are not a commodity to be sold. We are free-thinking people. We will stand here for as long as it takes. Today, tomorrow, next week, here we are as we study in finals. Here we are as we take the finals. Here we are as we move towards the summer break. We will stand here for as long as it takes until the university complies. Finally, this is my message to our people in Gaza. Gaza, you have given everything. You have lost so much, and you continue to struggle. But we stand here before you today to make you a pledge, to make you a promise that we will not let your sacrifice go in vain. Every drop of blood, every tear shed, every child lost will be accounted for. Everybody put your fists up, all together. From the river to the sea.
From the river to the sea.
Palestine will be free.
Palestine will be free.
From the river to the sea.
From the river to the sea.
Palestine will be free.
Palestine will be free.
Thank you.
Before we have our last speaker, what I want these people to do right here is split down the middle. Split down the middle between these two Palestinian flags right here. Make a pathway, make a pathway. We have some lovely, lovely people from the Autonomous Youth Union that are going to bring in your home. And I would love for us to form a large circle around. Huge circle, spread it out, spread it out. Move this way, move this way. Move back, move back. Make it big, make it big. And while we do this, we're going to have our last speaker. Our last speaker is Omar from SJP, who has worked so hard on this divestment. Y'all give a hand for Omar and for
All right, can you hear me? All right, so we just got a warrant from the University of Minnesota administration saying that our friends and our classmates were arrested because they can't camp outside due to university rules. But the thing is, and you guys were all witness to this, for the past 7 months, we've tried every single thing with them. We've tried petitions. We've tried email campaigns. We met with the president, both of them. For God's sake, we've won the campus-wide referendum with 75% in favor. And they still ignored us every single time. Not even the least of our demands were met, which was to show solidarity with your Palestinian student body. And this is not the first time that we've seen someplace happen in Minneapolis. Because this reminded me of when George Floyd got murdered by the Minneapolis Police Department in 2020. What did the governor say? Protest until 5 p.m. because you have a curfew. And then what? Then they could arrest every activist on the street after that, and the law made them do that. So.
They have guns. Police are cowards, seen by their guns.
this change would have never happened if we did not bend those rules. And those rules only align with them when they talk about their mission statement, or when they talk about diversity on their campus so they can get more students to come here. Are we gonna let that happen? No! And my question to you is, has change ever come by following the oppressor's rules? No! Exactly. So truth be told, if corruption is the rule, the resisting it needs to be the law. And now if anything, their retaliation against 9 students bringing 12 cops shows how, cop cars shows how much they were scared of us. From Columbia to Yale to NYU to Minneapolis. This is not me speaking. This was said in Apex last call, in their last big call. They said their student movements are the biggest threat to their agenda.
Fuck your agenda.
So what I see right now, right here, that's their nightmare. And they should have thought about that before they unleashed their pigs and their dogs on us. Because not gonna lie to you, from what I see right here, this is not the generation to mess with. And now there's only one solution, and that's revolution. So if I say one solution, it's revolution. And who's the revolution? We're the revolution. Who is the revolution?
We are!
Revolution! Who is the revolution?
We are the revolution!
One solution!
Revolution!
One solution!
Revolution!
Who is the revolution?
We are the revolution!
Who is the revolution?
We are the revolution!
One solution!
Revolution!
One solution!
Revolution!
Thank you, everyone.
Okay, I just want to make a quick announcement. Can everyone make their way around the yurts? Please stand around them, so behind them, around them, to the sides, and fill in the space a little more. And I just want to tell you guys the reason why we're doing this.
guys, why were we here in the first place? Okay? So we have a couple of demands really. First one is complete divestment of any company that's complicit in war crimes and human rights violations in Palestine, Somalia, Mexico, Pakistan, Afghanistan, Iraq, and Yemen. Second demand is to ban those companies from reporting ethnic groups.
There's children. Okay.
All right. Repeat after me. Gaza's kids. Our kids. Gaza's kids. Our kids. Our kids.
Okay, first, raise your hand if you've ever heard of the organization called Anti-War Committee. Okay, we'll get back to that later. So, the importance of what I'm about to tell you is, I have several family members right now, different family members across Palestine, sending me a video. They are watching us right now live on Al Jazeera. I'm going to hand it back to them because we need to make sure that this stays focused and all the attention needs to go on the students because they're doing a great job. Could I please get a round of applause for the students? Students, make some noise!